Hello and welcome to That's a Wrap. My name is Anthony Gentry, and joining me today is
Austin Jameson, hello.
hello. We had
An interesting
a
week.
yes. We were going to review Medea's Homecoming, and we watched it.
I didn't even finish the
And-
movie. I got like probably 50
Yeah.
minutes into it. Continue
Okay.
though.
Did you get to the twist in it?
No.
Okay. It was insane.
If you want to do a spoiler warning and tell me.
Okay, spoiler warning for Medea. Basically, I watched it on I think Monday, and I texted Austin. I don't think we should review this,
Yeah.
and I misread Austin's text.
I said, well, your question. You had two parts of your text. Your initial one. I'm gonna pull up real
basically
quick.
just saying I don't think we should, and then you said,
I
believe
said,
it or
nah,
not.
believe it or not, I'm fine with not doing Medea's Homecoming. You
and-
said, cool.
Yeah,
There
I
are a
read
lot
that
to talk
as.
about anyways.
I read that as nah, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I'm fine with doing Medea.
Right.
I was like, oh, I guess he really wants to do Medea.
Uh-huh.
I guess we're doing it.
Um,
And then you watched it last night,
bop, 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 bop. One second.
and
Okay.
you agreed we should not review this.
Yes. I felt like it was a bad idea from the start, but we just that
did
was
too.
miscommunication.
Yeah, it was just a miscommunication, but it's fine because last night
Yes.
I went
Yeah.
to a fan screening, IMAX screening
Ooh.
of the Batman.
How much did that cost you, Anthony?
It cost me a good amount of money.
Yeah.
$25. That did not include parking. Because it was at Newport, and
Newport,
Lovey.
right?
Yeah, you had to pay for parking
Yikes.
there.
Super
Uh,
yikes.
Or
I
concessions.
didn't even think about that.
Everyone got okay. When I went there, they were handing out these Batman comic books,
Yeah.
and I gave them my ticket, and I looked at the box with the Batman comics, and they just said, "Okay, thanks," and
I
they
would've-
did not
I
give
wou-
me a comic.
I would have sat there working at a movie theater. You know that they don't care. They'll give
I
you
know.
5 if you
Yeah.
ask them. That's frustrating.
Yeah, but anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Medea spoilers.
Yes.
So at the beginning of the movie, they set up that Medea's great grandson is coming to he graduated college. He's coming down with his roommate, who they tell you is like his partner.
Right.
And they don't explicitly say it, but they
Mhm.
imply it so much by saying the grandson saying, "Oh, I can't wait to meet your parents and all your family,"
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And the whole family is saying, "Oh, like you two are together and stuff," and they do not deny it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get to this party, and the partner, he hates the grandson's dad.
Is that
So
I got
much.
this far? Is that the twist?
This is the twist.
You keep telling because I don't know if
So-
I missed something. That's around when I stopped.
So then him and the dad start fighting, and for some reason the great grandson's mom falls over, and the partner goes over to her and says, "You all right, baby?" So the twist is that the partner and the mom are having an affair together, but it turns out later on they're just friends. But like they tell you like from the
Uh-huh.
beginning,
Yeah.
they're partners. So why would you say that? Like, because then it gets so weird because everyone is then on the mom's side saying like, oh, like you should like go out with him and stuff, like
Uh-huh.
take that chance. And I was just sitting there like,
What?
hold on, I think we're missing
I guess I
the
did
big
miss a
picture
bunch of
here.
it.
It was crazy. But yeah, we decided not to review that movie, so we're just
Yeah,
gonna move
it's-
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was for the best.
It probably was because
Um,
it gets
if you
so
want to
crazy.
talk about, I did not research. I did not put any amount of brain power into thinking about this movie. You mentioned something about Tyler Perry having a town that he built.
yeah. I call it Tyler Perry Land
Okay.
because he has-
Perryland.
Perryland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he has this like studio where it's basically this entire town. And that's where he shoots all of his movies and his TV shows. Like he still has like sound stages and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But in this, he has houses. He has schools. He has a church. He has like diners and restaurants.
Mhm.
It like Tyler Perry has created just this entire like big town
Yeah.
just like to film stuff. And it's It's honestly, it's pretty like impressive and
So-
amazing.
But people don't live there. It's like a ghost town.
No, it's just where they go to record.
That's freaky.
Yeah,
That's like,
but like Tyler
is-
Perry is so successful, he's able to do that.
yeah, no kidding. Where
'Cause
is
he-
that?
I think in
Do you
Georgia,
think it has like a It's like Area 51. It's blurred from Google Maps, so you can't see.
can't
into
see
it.
in
You can't
Perryland.
see Medea.
on Google Maps, you just look down. There's Medea.
That seems
waving.
like something he'd do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sheesh. What from the 50 minutes I watched, what a movie.
It was. Yeah.
Um,
it was also way too long. But
Yeah.
this is not a review of Medea.
Yes. Well,
Um,
eventually, first of all, let's talk about kind of what we're planning for this episode. 'Cause
Yes.
this is not the Batman episode.
No, it is not. It is our like part 1.
Yeah, it's kind of a part one, kind of a build up, kind of a bridge to next week. So, for context, like he said, or Anthony said earlier, he had watched the movie last night.
Yes.
For a pretty penny, but it looked nice, and you had probably
was.
really good food.
Yeah.
Well, what did you get? You just get popcorn drink?
I got a drink, and they had these like mac and cheese bites, and I was like, you know what?
What do you mean mac
I'm
and
gonna
cheese
try
bites? Is it just like mac and cheese, or is there
Yeah,
like,
it's like mac and cheese inside.
what is
I don't know, like a
inside?
deep fried ball or something with
Okay.
ice cold marinara sauce. They did not heat up.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
it was all right. I've had it once before,
Mm-hmm. That
and
sounds
it was good.
But
it was good here. It was all right.
that was your Batman experience.
Yes.
I have not seen the movie, which is why this is a part one.
Yes.
As you can tell by our desperate attempt to review Medea's, there's not a lot coming out this week, and so in our final last-ditch effort to make an episode, we will be lightly reviewing Batman. Anthony will.
Yes.
I will be making like
No spoilers
predictions,
whatsoever.
none at all. Very, very vague. I can't imagine this episode will go super duper long either.
Yeah, maybe not. We kind of cobbled this all together last minute.
Yeah, we did.
Just because Medea kind of fell through.
Right. So this will be stitched together the best we can. So next Wednesday's spring break. Do we know if the university's going to be open? Oh no.
We'll figure that out
It should be.
later. If
Well,
not, we can do what we did for Spider-Man.
Right. Okay. That sounds good.
Either way, we're gonna get a review
Yes.
out for you
Next
for Batman.
Next Wednesday ish.
Ish.
And
it will also be full spoilers
yes.
next week.
We'll start a little bit
Yeah,
light.
we'll make it like maybe
We're not
half.
gonna open the movie and just be
Yeah.
or like the podcast and
Yeah.
yell a spoiler, but that's the idea.
Batman's Bruce Wayne.
Dude. Well, I haven't seen it yet, bro. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, let's get started. We have a few trailers to talk about first.
Yes, we do. That is true.
We have 4 trailers that have come
there
out
was
in the
a
past
lot.
week. Yeah.
It's almost like there's no movies, and we're all waiting for them to come out.
The first of which is our highly anticipated movie, Morbius.
Yawn.
This trailer was all right.
This movie's. Jared
It's so
Leto
much of a
needs to
joke. It's
stop.
coming out on April Fools.
That's the best part. That's actually hilarious.
I mean, I like the makeup and like effects for him as the vampire. Like, it looks cool.
did you see like in the scene they have in the trailer? There's whenever it's the the gunman walking around like it looks like a boat or something.
Yeah, they've
with, like,
shown that clip so many times.
There's gonna be like a weird first person.
I know,
of
I saw that.
That was so. I'm not. They're gonna mess that up so badly.
Yeah,
Um,
that's gonna be dumb.
They need to stop casting Jared Leto.
In anything.
Period. Especially as
Italian
characters
men.
that have like serious problems. Because I mean, if a character has like something wrong with him, Jared Leto's like kind of there. We got Joker from Suicide Squad, and then you have Dr.
Damaged.
Michael Morbius. Yes. I'm hoping to see a crossover of Morbius and Joker where they meet.
I wanted to see a crossover with Paolo from House of Gucci.
I forgot he was in that. Oh my god. Jared Leto is like
He goes for
everybody's sleep paralysis demon. And the last movie you've seen him in is what form he takes.
You just see a big Italian man
He's bald. He's
peeing
got
on
a
the
hair going
scarf
down.
in front of you.
You won't even know it's Jared Leto. That's the worst part.
Hey, he goes method. He
He-
actually became a vampire for this.
He started biting people's necks.
I mean, I would not be surprised. I mean, did you hear the things he
Yes,
did in Suicide
yes.
Squad?
If you want to,
We're not going to talk about that.
What you can talk, or is there anything we can mention with that whole debacle?
I don't think so.
But I know. Here's one example from the Suicide Squad is that he wouldn't talk to Will Smith.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because he was in character 100% of the time. And so he never met Will Smith. He never talked to him. He would only talk to him when they were filming and like it was action. He would interact with him. Cut, nothing.
I imagine them like the director yelling cut and Will Smith was like, "Yeah, that was a good take," and Jared Leto just walks off.
Yeah, that's what you have to imagine.
Yeah.
He seems like the kind of guy who'd walk around with a cloak like and just his hood up
That's
on
what he's
set.
doing in Morbius.
It literally is. And
But,
also I'm not ready for the humor of Morbius.
No.
Because it's going to be like
See the Lost Boys?
The We Are Venom. It's like, I'm kidding. I'm Michael Morbius. It's like, who? It's going to be it's going to be something.
Watch us love this movie though.
True. I mean, it has
I
Michael
think Matt
Keaton in
Smith
it.
also like looks good in this
Yeah.
as like a cool kind of villain.
He was really good in Last Night in Soho, so
Oh yeah, he was.
I'm excited
His
for
villain arc.
Yes. This is his backstory. Or maybe a sequel. Who knows?
So that was Morbius.
That
Comes
was
out
Morbius.
on April Fool's Day. That tells you everything you need to know.
Yes.
Our next trailer is going to be a Brad Pitt
Oh
leading
yeah.
movie.
This looks awesome.
Yeah, it's called Bullet Train. It comes out in July.
Mhm.
It's basically about this, I don't know, like hitman guy for hire
That's what it looks like.
who like wants to be out of the job, and he's like, I'm just gonna do peaceful work now because
Right.
anytime like I do a job, someone dies, and I don't like that. And he goes on this train full of assassins.
Yeah.
And just, I thought this would be a straight up action movie, like no, like maybe like comedy, but not much. But it seems like it's a full on action comedy.
It looks really funny.
Especially at the beginning when he was like, "Shh, you're in the quiet car."
I'm currently looking up the director and what he's done. It's
Oh, it's,
David Leitch.
Yeah, he did Deadpool 2,
Deadpool 2,
which I
Atomic
kind of like more
Blonde.
than the first Deadpool.
I don't know if. Let me make sure this isn't. Okay, he's not the director, but he produced all 3 John Wick movies.
Oh,
and
he
4
directed.
coming out.
I
One
think
of
the
them?
first.
The first
John
one
Wick.
is not directed. He produced. The second one, let's see. It looks like Chad Stahelski is the director for all 3 of them, and then
Yeah, no, he did direct John Wick. He was just uncredited, but he was a co-director on it.
Okay, that's what I get for doing my research on Google. Your teachers were right. Wikipedia is not a credible source. He did. Oh, Nobody checks out. Okay.
He did Nobody?
Yeah, he's another producer, probably undirected. On
Oh
that
yeah,
as well.
he produced it. Yeah.
So he has a lot of. If he worked on the John Wick films, I
Yeah.
think this will be a good.
This is
time.
going to be a really good time. It looks just like a lot of fun. There's a lot of actors in this movie.
It looked really
all-star
visually
cast.
appealing.
Yeah, it really did.
Also, I'm a sucker for like seeing like movies that take place on a moving object.
Mhm.
So like this
Yeah.
are they in like Tokyo? Where are they?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It was kind of that like back alley like neon sign vibe.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of that with like the train. Oh my god, I don't know. It just looks really visually appealing.
It does. Yeah.
I feel like is gonna I feel like I'm really gonna like it. But
I think so too.
I think I need to stop, and I need to lower my expectations before I get out of control. Because I watched the trailer once and I was like,
yeah.
this looks really solid.
This might be something that we have to review. Who knows?
Do you know? Do we have a release date?
July, I think 2nd?
I'm down.
July 15th.
I'm down for that to be one of our summer episodes, which
Yeah.
we've not really talked about yet.
We have about 6 movies on our summer roster. We can talk about that maybe at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Give a little taste. Our next trailer is going to be The Adam Project
Yeah.
from Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy, the duo behind Free Guy.
Oh.
Sean Levy, who
yeah.
has also directed Night at the Museum, Real Steel.
I think that's gonna be. What do you think?
I think the trailer is really charming. I am very excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like reminiscent. Oh, sorry, you can go.
No, I was just gonna say it looks like a film that would exist in like 2013, but it has Ryan Reynolds. Well, not that Ryan Reynolds wasn't in films in 2013, but like it's like more modern. It has
Yeah.
that like Netflix production vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna go even further and say like reminiscent of those old like Spielberg movies,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like you have this sense of wonder while
Yeah.
watching it, and it makes sense because Stranger Things also kind of has that sense, and Sean Levy directed a lot of episodes of Stranger Things.
I think, or one of the comparisons I feel like I'm mentally making with the Adam Project is it feels like a children's book being adapted into a film,
Yeah,
and I don't think it is. I'm only saying that because I haven't checked
I
it.
think
I think it
it's
is just
an
an
original
idea.
IP. Yeah,
But it feels like something real. It just feels like something I really would have liked as a kid,
yeah,
and will still now like. I feel
Yeah.
like it's a time travel kind of piece, but I guess the brief plot is that this kid and his mom exist. Their dad is it deceased, gone? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think like at least gone, if not
Yeah.
deceased.
So dad's gone, and then this ship comes crashing through the sky, lands in the backyard of the kid. The kid goes and checks it out as most regular 8-year-olds would, investigate a giant flaming ball in the woods. And then he finds Ryan Reynolds, the Ryan Reynolds,
Are
playing
you
himself.
Ryan Reynolds?
This is actually the unbearable weight of massive talent, but with Ryan Reynolds. He flies a spaceship in this. No, but it's him. The twist or the plot that continues is that it's Ryan Reynolds plays the kid as an adult.
Yeah, and like his younger self is kind of the key to saving the future.
Right.
And he has to go to their father,
Mark
who,
Ruffalo.
Yes, who is, as they say in the trailer, the godfather of time travel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what the Adam Project is.
Right.
The time travel.
I think it'll be really fun.
I think so too. It's got like a really good cast like Bullet Train, Mark Ruffalo, Jennifer Garner, Ryan Reynolds. Is that Zoe Saldana? Yeah, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
It's Catherine Keener. She's
Okay.
in this. From Step Brothers.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So that is the Adam Project. It comes out next week.
What?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
We might have to do a double review of this and Turning Red.
I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I am really excited to see this movie. It's gonna be on Netflix.
That's my favorite. It's not my favorite type of movie, but
A
God, it's
Netflix
convenient.
movie. It
Yeah,
is.
it's March 11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for
yeah, no
our review
kidding.
for that.
Let's see.
Our last
Next
trailer is going to be the 11th film in the Wizarding world.
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore.
First of all, or you go.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you: have you seen like any of the Fantastic Beasts films?
I haven't seen any of the Harry Potter films. So that's why
So
I
tell
was
me
going
all
to
your
ask.
theories about this.
That's when I was going to ask, when does this come out, so I know when I need to watch them.
I believe it comes out next month. So
You're joking. You're actually genuinely kidding. There's
Okay.
no way.
This movie is a prequel to the Harry Potter films.
Right.
So while it will help, you don't need to watch them.
I know, but like, that's the point. You got like,
Dumbledore.
thank you. You got him in it.
It comes
Did
out
you-
April 15th.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that tax day?
Might be.
I don't
What did
know.
you think of this trailer? Knowing nothing about the universe.
It looks cool. Okay.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
It looks like. Okay. This is going to be a hot take because I've
Okay.
not seen any of the films. I watched the first film from another room while people were watching it, and
Like Harry Potter or Fantastic
the
Beasts?
first Harry Potter.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? No.
I didn't really watch it. I didn't give it a chance.
Okay.
Because, however, I did dress up as Harry Potter for
No.
Halloween once.
That's wrong.
My parents told me I looked like him, so we just kind of went with it. Anyways, okay, here's my hot take. In Harry Potter, from what I've seen and what I'm familiar with, and I know I'm not under a rock. I'm familiar with some of the major story beats of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But in the movies, visually, the spells don't look that crazy. Like they're like kind of like floating stuff or shooting. And it's like kind of like and it's all dusty and.
Have
like,
you seen these movies?
I did
Exactly.
But what I'm leading to is in the new trailer for this movie, everything looks super powered. Like like everything looks like the spells are like what I would expect actual wizards to be like,
Well,
and
to
not
be
like
fair,
lifting up something.
These are people who are full wizards. In Harry Potter, they are still learning the spells.
Yeah.
So it can't be as kind of crazy as these movies are.
To my knowledge, at least with what I've seen of Harry Potter, like the majority, this is gonna be like, I've not seen these movies, so like give me a whole break. The 98% of the, I'm gonna lower that, 88% of the time, everybody's using their wands and spells as just like bullets. It's just like projectiles instead of like there was a scene where Mads Mikkelsen like out of like a bathtub.
Well, no, he shoots the water out to kind of like force him out against a wall, and then he teleports over.
Exactly, and that looked metal as heck.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. There's another like, not Doctor Strange kind of scene, but like they blow up like a whole side of a building, but it looks weird. I need to watch it again. Which looked really cool, but I don't think they've ever like taken this much of a visual approach to Harry Potter.
That's how
coming from a
the
guy-
other Fantastic Beasts have been,
Mhm.
and I will say, some of the later Harry Potters have been because they have like grown in their magic abilities,
Yeah.
especially the last one because that last Harry Potter movie is just one huge like battle scene.
Because it's like, I don't know what to compare it to,
yeah,
but it's where you get this like, if you make a prequel after the original movies, you now have access to better technology,
yeah,
which makes it hard to, like, I don't know, to compare it to like Star Wars and their prequels.
mm-hmm.
In the original trilogy, it's like 70s technology, which I think they still did a really good job with the practical effects that they could and that they did.
Yeah.
With the prequels, in the Star Wars universe, when you go back, you're in like, you could argue a more civilized, advanced time,
Yeah.
where you get more Coruscant and like you have excuses to use this new technology.
Okay.
As far as I understand, the Fantastic Beasts, is this a trilogy now?
It's gonna be 5 movies, but this is the 3rd film.
Oh, okay. Well, this movie or this series takes place in like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Compared to whenever Harry Potter takes place.
The 90s.
Yeah. And so you don't really in the wizarding world, I imagine there's like explanations for it. Like you said, they're full wizards and they're more trained and better. But I'm just saying, I never saw Dumbledore in the clips I've seen. I've never seen him be all like zoom and be teleporting around and like lifting up oceans.
I can see that. I will say though, in Harry Potter, you are basically restricted only to Hogwarts and that school, so you don't get to see the rest of the Wizarding world. Also, you do get to see a lot of the magic stuff, especially in the 4th film, because it's this big Wizarding tournament. So there's a lot of people from all different schools coming together.
Is there more schools than just Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Oh yeah, you'll find
That's
that
awesome.
out when you watch all
Yeah.
11 movies within
Yay.
the next month and a half.
And then
You're gonna be the biggest Harry Potter nerd.
be the biggest Batman fan here in a week. That's a story for like 5 minutes from
Yes. But yeah, so the first Fantastic Beasts, this is gonna be a hot take too. It's my favorite Harry Potter Wizarding World movie because we finally get to leave Hogwarts.
now. Yeah, isn't his name Newt?
Yeah, Newt Scamander.
I know what I'm talking about. I've watched these movies.
But
He has his little briefcase or whatever.
yeah, and like so in these movies, you do get these wizards who are at their maximum strength. Dumbledore isn't like 100, so he does have like he is like powerful and he's agile. He can do stuff.
Yeah. I like
Not
that.
saying he can't do stuff in the others. I know he can do stuff.
You
I just don't want like
saying that because he's
people like
old?
no, I just don't want people messaging us saying, "Hey,
Uh-huh.
Dumbledore."
You know, Dumbledore.
you get to you get to like travel the world in these movies
Yeah.
and see like all these different magical like creatures and
Mhm.
everything. So I really enjoy these movies. I'm really excited to see what they do next.
Based on you that have seen the films,
Yes.
do the Fantastic Beasts themselves ever appear in any of the Harry Potter films? Or
Oh,
is
yeah.
it like new? Like I feel like that's another one of my problems with the prequels is that unless you world build like crazy, and I've
Yeah.
never seen the Harry Potter movies, so I don't know how well they do this. It's really hard to make prequels that establish new objects or
Mhm.
build on ones that already exist. So are the Fantastic Beasts you've seen already, have they been seen before, or like are they like just new cool IPs?
I will say most of
creative.
them are technically new,
Mhm.
but Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is technically based on a book that
Okay.
J.K. Rowling wrote in conjunction with Harry Potter.
Okay.
And so all these creatures have been in the world since the first Harry Potter was made.
Right.
But like I said, because you are restricted to Hogwarts, you only see a few of
Okay.
them. Like there's these like horses that people only see if they've experienced like death or something of like a loved one.
Sick.
There's especially in like the first or second one, they have these like plant creatures that scream when you take them out the pot. So you see a lot of these creatures in Harry Potter,
Mm-hmm.
but in these films, you see a lot more. Also because the main character is like, I think they call him Match's zoologist, and so he studies these creatures. He really
Cool.
cares for these creatures. So
Mhm.
there is a reason why you see more of them. I think it is more like well reasoned as opposed to like what you say with the prequels.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for this movie.
It looks good.
Yeah, my only concern, I guess, is that they're packing in too much
Mhm.
because like I still liked the second Fantastic Beasts, but they were tackling a lot. Austin is raising his hand. Yes, Austin.
There's a character in the trailer who has like long black hair. Is that a character we know?
Let me look.
Because there's another character I know from Harry Potter that has kind of long black hair.
Do you mean Ezra Miller?
Is it Ezra Miller? Are you joking?
The Flash?
Is it actually him in the yeah, him.
Yeah, that's Ezra Miller.
Okay. Like in the Harry Potter universe, it's Ezra Miller.
No,
a-
his name is Credence in these movies.
Credence.
He is
Okay.
only in Fantastic Beasts.
I didn't know if he. Okay. I said that vaguely, so I didn't embarrass myself.
So yeah, that comes out April 15th. You got about a month and a half to watch these movies. They are really good films, so it's not like a bad thing.
I watched the first one, kinda.
You did not.
Okay.
So I guess let's move on to our main topic, which is the Batman.
Yeah.
So first off, I want to ask you,
Yes.
have you seen any Batman movies?
I've a, a couple months ago,
Yeah.
our movie theater showed The Dark Knight and the sequel to the Dark Knight. I ushed the end of the second one.
Of The Dark Knight?
Rises? Is that
The
the
Dark
second
Knight
one?
Rises. That's the third one.
That one maybe. It's the one. That's the ones with Christian Bale, right?
Yeah, there's 3 of those.
Okay.
There's Batman Begins, The
I
Dark Knight,
watched
and The Dark
the-
Knight Rises.
Do you think they're long enough ago where I can describe the ending of them?
Yes.
Okay. I watched
Dark
like
Knight
the
Rises
last
came
20
out
minutes
a
of
decade
one.
ago.
There's one where Batman is like
Does Batman have a nuke
flying some.
and he like blows
Yes.
up? That's The Dark Knight Rises.
What if I said no? What if you just spoiled the Dark Knight Rises for me?
Oops.
No, but that's what I saw, and you get to, like the end where, Michael Caine,
Yeah.
is like sitting there. He's like, I nodded.
I failed you.
Yeah,
I love you and I failed you. That's my Michael Caine impression.
that's almost as good
Mr.
as
Wayne.
your Lin-Manuel Miranda one. Imagine if he was in one of these
If
movies.
he was Batman.
Imagine if he was. No, absolutely not. He'd be a good Alfred.
I can see
think.
that. Yeah.
He wouldn't, but
So you have not seen anything, like any Batman movie?
not. I've seen Joker.
Yeah. Okay. That kind of works.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
Bruce's dad get
So I
punched.
want to know what your expectations are for the Batman first.
Dark and gritty is
Yeah.
what I really, really want. It's
Okay.
like a PG-13 rating.
It
I've
is.
been told. So it's not. I know it won't be as dark and gritty as I want it to because it's not allowed.
I'm
Um.
gonna ask you another question real fast.
Okay.
Matt Reeves directs this movie. Have you seen any of his films?
Depends
He did
on what they are.
Let Me In. He did the last 2 films for the Planet of the Apes trilogy that just came
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
Okay.
you have seen those?
a long time ago, not
Okay.
relevant enough to recall information.
And he did Cloverfield.
Right. I see that. No,
You have not? Okay.
I've not. Have you seen
I'll save that point for
Mouse Guard?
later.
Never mind. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like my favorite thing about this Batman was that it from what I've seen of people talking about it, it seems like a Batman who doesn't have control over himself.
Yeah.
Which I think seems really interesting. I like, believe it or not, characters that are flawed. Which apparently is like, I don't know. I think with Batman, you already have like his daddy issues and.
Do you know the story of how he became Batman?
Yes.
Okay. Like parents dead.
Yeah, his parents donated him a bunch of money, and so he, out of the generous of his heart, decided to become Batman.
No.
I'm joking.
Okay. I was like, no, you got the wrong
yeah.
idea.
His parents are not vibing. They're kind of dead. And then, he does Batman stuff. And I feel like of the DC, I'm not a DC guy. How dare you drop something? That's okay. I play with the things on the chair the entire time. So, anyways, I got so distracted. I distracted
Okay.
myself. I shouldn't have commented on your
Okay, what about the
absolute
villains?
failure
Let's
trying
talk
to
about
carry something.
the villains. Have you
Yeah.
heard of any of these?
Yes,
villains?
I'm.
We have the Riddler.
You know what I have done?
Yeah.
I've not watched the Lego Batman movie, but I've played the games.
Okay.
Those were really
That
good.
gives you an idea.
And I know what the characters are. I know Danny DeVito was Penguin once.
yeah.
Jim Carrey was the Riddler at some
Yeah.
point. That
So like of these characters.
yes, I would say I'm decently familiar with these
What
characters.
about like Catwoman?
yes.
Okay.
I really want to play the Arkham games.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Okay.
I feel like I'd really enjoy them.
I guess I can go a little bit into this review.
Okay,
So this film,
I'll just cover my ears.
as you want,
Uh-huh.
is very dark.
Okay,
This is the darkest Batman movie I have ever seen,
good.
and I've seen a lot of them.
Mhm.
This is gonna be another hot take. We're full of
Okay.
hot takes today. This makes The Dark Knight, which I know you haven't seen, but that's also a dark movie, look like child's play.
Okay.
This has some elements of a very gritty crime noir, because that's what it is.
Right.
But also horror movies,
Yeah.
like
that's
Saw.
fair.
They have Saw level traps in
Okay.
this
Interesting.
with the Riddler, and it's honestly it's kind of horrifying to watch some of these,
Mhm.
because it's like, oh my god, what is he doing? What is he about to do?
I wish I had the anecdote right now. But whenever people were discussing the casting of this film, the person who plays the Riddler was apparently in some other thing where he plays like a psychopath or something.
Yeah,
I wish I knew the name so I could.
his name is
Predator.
Paul Dano, who plays the Riddler.
Thank you.
I'm not sure of the movie you're talking about,
Mhm.
but going into Paul Dano, he is very good in this movie.
Mhm.
Most of what I know of the Riddler, he is kind of this side character who is mainly played up for laughs because he thinks he's the smartest person in the room, but Batman always proves him wrong.
Right.
Even in the Arkham video games, which are very dark and gritty,
Mhm.
the Riddler is kind of like a comic relief.
Yeah.
Because he's so dumb, but he's also very smart. In this though, he is one step ahead the entire time.
Mhm.
You do not know what's going to happen next with what he's doing,
Yeah.
and it is thrilling to watch.
Mhm.
This movie is also 3 hours long.
Yes. That is my biggest
is-
concern.
It's a very slow burn,
Yeah.
but I think it is very good in
Mhm.
that it is a slow burn. It's used effectively.
Okay.
I do think it could be a little shorter, but when I think about what could be cut out, I can't think of anything, because I feel like all these scenes are essential.
Mhm.
Going into another villain, the Penguin is in this.
Is he?
Yeah.
That I did not know.
Oh, okay. Colin Farrell plays him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I do know what you're talking about.
And
Because I remember people were like, "That's Colin Farrell."
yeah. And like the Riddler, the Penguin is also kind of this like villain you kind of make fun of because he has the monocle. He's like short, and he's just like
Do penguins quack?
kind of.
What sound do penguins make?
I'm not sure.
Because I feel like quack is like the closest onomatopoeia to what they make.
Maybe, but
Uh.
anyway, Colin Farrell was in this,
Mm-hmm.
and his Penguin. He's not in it very much, but he is used so effectively in this,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kind of like a second in command kind of mobster.
Is he? Do you think? I don't know how much this teeters on spoiler territory,
Yeah,
but do you think he's going to be utilized in a sequel?
he has his own TV show coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and funny enough about this,
Is it called The Penguin?
I'm not sure what it's gonna be called, probably,
Okay.
but this movie is PG-13.
Called The Emperor.
Colin Farrell just came out and
You can't
said,
take that. DC, you literally can't take that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Colin Farrell
Continue.
just came out and said that the Penguin show is going to be rated R.
Good.
So they're going to go hard
It's
on
gonna be
this.
an HBO show, and they're gonna show the penguin. Never mind.
The Penguin nude.
Yeah, freedom. Okay,
But
I need to watch more of that.
you do. But anyway, yeah, he's
Peacemaker,
getting his
by
own
the way.
show. And watching this movie, like I went in thinking, why is he going to get a show?
Mm-hmm.
Coming out, I cannot wait for the Penguin show because
Okay.
they set it up very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say too much, but it is very well deserved.
Cool.
Let's go into the Batman aspect of the Batman.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, who a lot of people are just saying, "Oh, the Twilight guy."
Mm-hmm.
He brings it.
I
for
feel like
this.
to a certain extent, people have, like, at least from what I've come to see people acknowledge, it's like they've turned around on that. Even.
Yeah.
I feel like most people are like, no, like watch The Lighthouse and you'll understand.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
still
seen
have not
it.
seen that yet, but
Yeah. But
He's
I've,
good in
I've heard that
Tenet.
he's very, very good. Like, and I was gonna say even in Twilight he's good, but I don't think anybody in Twilight is good. I don't.
I
Think
mean, I'm
that's
sure
fair.
like he was good given the material.
Carlisle
had.
was good.
I haven't seen the Twilight.
How am I here not watching Batman, not watching Harry Potter, and then I have seen Twilight. Though. That's really actually sad. Those movies are.
Not saying if you're a fan of Twilight, that's bad.
I think you just saved me from making a career-ending
Yeah.
statement. But yeah, Robert Pattinson. I feel like I really respect him. He seems like a really like good actor.
Oh yeah, and I guess going into that, we can talk about the basic plot.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bruce Wayne has been Batman for about 2 years now,
Okay.
and on like Halloween night, the Riddler murders a like very big politician,
No.
and the Batman comes in and he has to figure it out, and it unravels into this big mystery involving the entire city, involving Bruce Wayne's own like past and like family legacy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just this really big mystery, and because it's a mystery, Batman has to use his detective skills finally,
Yeah.
because he is always said to be the world's greatest detective. But as far as the movies that I've seen, he's not detecting much.
Yeah.
He's just beating up the Joker
Yeah.
and
enough.
not doing much detective work. But in this, it's like he's supposed to be like Sherlock Holmes, and he is like Sherlock Holmes.
Cool.
Like he will just look at a floorboard and see that it's uneven and there's like a little blood on it,
Mm-hmm.
or he'll look,
He's got like
at-
the Benedict Cumberbatch, like wet, dry, wet,
Yeah.
dry.
or he'll look at like a man's like finger that was chopped off,
Mm-hmm.
and police will think, oh, we have no idea when it was chopped off, and he'll know exactly the time and when because
Yeah.
of like the blood loss or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like he shows himself to be a great detective.
Cool.
Um
I think visually as well, I really like their decision to keep the eyeshadow
Yeah, I really liked that.
Like that just it looks visually such like an appealing movie. Also, shout out. Finally, we're getting some good posters.
Yeah,
Like, oh
finally.
my goodness.
And this is like with the eyeshadow and stuff. This is an emo Batman.
Yes.
And that's what Batman should be.
Right.
He is this weird dude that dresses up as a bat and beats up criminals in the middle of the night. He should be this dark and depressed guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he is in this movie.
Yeah.
He is severely damaged. And not like Joker with a damage tattoo
Yeah.
on his head.
Just you wait
But
till the next movie.
He is flawed and he's
Uh-huh.
damaged. And you really see that because he thinks, like, he goes through this kind of small character arc in this film where,
Mhm.
like, he sees the repercussions for his actions. I won't go into much more of that. But, like, he does not even want to be Bruce Wayne anymore. He has these dialogue scenes like, I don't care if my fortune's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Batman. That is all I am now.
Yeah.
And you see that because you get maybe 2 scenes of Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like, I do kind of wish we got a little more Bruce Wayne, but I also like that we didn't because
it is the Batman.
Yeah, because it's the Batman, but it's also the very beginning of the Batman. He's
Right.
still learning how to be Batman and how to be Bruce Wayne at the same time. So of course he's gonna struggle with that because, like in, say, like The Dark Knight, Christian Bale does a good job of differentiating Bruce Wayne and Batman because Bruce Wayne is this like billionaire playboy
Right.
who, like, you think it's so dumb he could never be Batman, whereas in this he's kind of the same off and on the cowl, but it makes sense as for right now because he's still trying to learn how to be that.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on Andy Serkis as
Oh, he was good in this. He wasn't
As
in
Alfred.
much of it.
Mhm.
He had a few scenes here and there, but I really liked his Alfred.
Okay.
He did not take crap from
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne
That's how it should be.
because, like, he's like, I'm trying to help you, and Bruce Wayne's like, you're not my dad.
Yeah.
There's even a scene at the beginning where, like, they're playing like I don't know what song it is, but it's in a lot of the trailers, and it's this kind of like, I guess, like, emo song, and you think it's just part of the soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
and then Bruce is listening to, like, the TV,
Yeah.
and you think, like, okay, the music's gonna go away, and then he just turns down the music. He was listening to that song while
Cool.
he's doing work, and I think that just adds more to the character too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I mean, I was curious about
Yeah.
Andy Serkis. I know a lot of people were excited about.
Yeah,
his
he was
performance.
really good in it. He didn't have much to do,
Mhm.
but he did really well with what he was given.
I think the character I'm most worried about is Catwoman,
w-
because it's like such a. I don't. How do I say this? I think my biggest worry with the movie in general is the pacing of it, because they have a lot of things going on. You already
They
said
do.
they have Penguin. They have like the whole Riddler plot. They have Bruce Wayne or just himself.
Mm-hmm.
They have Catwoman. They have Alfred in the
They
side.
even
for little
they even
things.
have another villain
Mhm.
who I'm not even gonna name
Uh-huh.
because he is in none of the promotional material.
Thank you.
But I will say this: I do not. I do kind of like Catwoman, but I've never really liked her character that much.
Yeah.
Just because her thing is mainly, oh, I'm a thief. And it seemed like that was all. And, like, to be fair, I've not read the comics.
Mm-hmm.
My knowledge is basically from The Dark Knight Rises and the Batman Arkham games. And it seems her whole thing is, I'm just a thief. And,
Yeah.
oh, try to catch me, Batman.
You know a connection I didn't make until like my now like 4th playthrough of the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Yeah.
It's just Black Cat. And
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. That's
them-
my issue with Black Cat, too. But in this movie,
Spider-Man makes an appearance.
I loved Catwoman.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are both in it.
They're
He's not
both
the
Catwoman.
werewolf.
But no,
yeah.
Catwoman was really great in this movie. Like, she, to me, felt like a full-on character
Mhm.
who also goes through an arc.
Cool.
There was one very questionable scene for Catwoman for me. As
You
far
should
as
write
the
down exactly
story
what
beat.
it is about. like right now, so we can talk about it next week.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can say it because it's not a spoiler.
Well, no, I don't mean saying it. Just like, or I would stay vague.
Yeah.
As vague as possible.
Well, the whole thing with Catwoman and Batman is it's always a will they, won't they relationship.
I'm excited for. You have a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Also,
in this movie, though, I'm just gonna say this real fast.
Yeah.
It's always a will they, won't they relationship, and it's always will they will.
Mm-hmm.
In this movie, it felt a little rushed, especially in one scene, because they were talking about something of another romance for another character that I guess kind of just ended, and then immediately they do something romantic.
Okay.
And that didn't felt organic. It just felt like the script called for it.
Fair enough.
Whereas I wish they would have built it more. But by the end, it did feel like, okay, you've earned it.
Yeah.
But at that point, I didn't like it.
Currently ingrained into my skull is the in the trailers, it has like a Riddler monologue. He's like doing a riddle, and then Batman's like, justice. The answer is justice. That's it. That's just what I wanted to just get on. Just thinking about that. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really good.
It is so good. He is very brutal in this movie with like the fights and everything. The fights are also amazing in this film.
They look really good.
Seeing this on IMAX was the way to go.
Yeah.
Especially as you see in the trailer, there is like a car chase.
Yeah.
And you feel like a part of that chase in the movie. Yeah, I don't want to say much more. Also the plot is very like in depth and complicated, but it's not hard. It's not hard to follow. It's very easy to follow. Good. But I like all the intricacies within it. I would probably give this a 9 out of 10, maybe a 9.5.
Okay.
I had some problems here and there, but overall, I loved the movie.
Awesome.
I really hope they do like a sequel or something because I want to be in this world. Also,
I thought you were gonna say I want to be in the movie.
No, I want to be in this movie.
I mean, might as well make your shot.
Speaking of the world, Gotham finally feels like an actual place.
Yeah.
Whereas in, say, like the Dark Knight trilogy, it's like, oh yeah, you have this politician, you have a hospital, you have a football stadium, but they feel like disjointed from each other, not connected.
Yeah.
In this movie, you feel like you're in Gotham City.
Cool.
Because you're on the streets with them. You see how all these places are connected. Like you go to the police station. Yeah. You go
that was a hard one.
You go to this it was. You go to this dance club. You like see the criminal underbelly of Gotham, and it all feels so connected.
Sweet.
And I really love that aspect. It reminded me a lot of the Arkham games, like you said. You should go play them. They're so good. But you know what? Yeah, 9.5. I'll give it 9.5.
I'm gonna give it a 92.
Yeah.
What
was your favorite part?
My favorite part is when Batman says justice. The answer is justice.
My favorite part was when he said, "I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye."
Bro, when he like puts on that black suit, and starts just dancing on the street.
Oh, that was the best.
I didn't think they could do that in film anymore, but like, here we are, new age.
When he was beating up the Riddler and said, "Gonna cry,"
he said, "See ya, chump," and he Batman grappling hooked away.
You say, "Oh, look at you, little Riddler Jr."
Oh my goodness, it's Man Bat. We got Bonesaw.
Bonesaw.
Your husband buy that for you?
Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Well, tune in. I mean, do you got anything else, or we start wrapping up?
Here, let me look at my notes because I was trying to keep some. Yeah, the plot takes a lot of twists and turns that I really love. Yeah, finally a detective, dark and brooding. He is.
No, I believe you. It's just funny. It's like it's what you find in the journal of like a 13-year-old. It's
He's
like
dark and brooding. I mean, that's
Shut
kind of
out
what he
from
is.
The outside world.
Yeah, he's like, "Shut up, Mom. It's not a phase."
I ran out of eyeshadow today.
Come on, Alfred. It's not a phase.
Yeah.
But it works for this character because that's what Batman is. He's a weirdo in a bat suit.
He probably wouldn't appreciate you saying that about him, Anthony.
The ending, I will say, the way they set up another one, I was like, come on.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Okay.
I don't know if you'll get it as much because you haven't seen any of the other Batman movies.
I probably will.
But it just feels like retreading old ground.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's all. Do you have any
Okay.
other thoughts for Batman?
I got nothing. I love the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time watching it. I paid $75 and I watched
Yeah.
it an hour before you.
This is my favorite Batman movie, and it's
Not Lego Batman?
no, there's more.
Okay.
We were talking, and I told Austin, out of all of them, watch the Lego Batman movie
Yeah.
because you get like the quintessential like Batman Joker relationship. You get Batman and Bruce Wayne, and it's such a riff on all the movies that like it's so self-aware. It's so good. But yeah, and this is the definitive Batman too. I'm so excited to see where they go next.
Me too.
Like seeing how Batman
You think they're
grows and
immediately going to
changes
ruin
with
it?
time.
They're going to cross over with the new Flash movie? They're going to
Um,
immediately sink their DCEU claws into it?
I think if Matt Reeves comes back, it will be good. If they get a different director, I will be worried,
Yeah.
but I'll still be optimistic.
Yeah.
If like everyone else is coming back.
It,
But other than that, yeah,
I don't
am
expect this movie
so
to do
hyped for this
poorly.
movie.
I think this movie is going to blow it out of the water.
Oh, this is gonna do so much business.
And Matt Reeves is going to be like, yeah, I'll come back. Because, like, I don't know. I think he did a really good job with it. I love the movie, like
Yeah.
I said.
And like Matt Reeves is producing the Penguin series.
Awesome.
And he might be directing it too or writing it.
Cool.
He's also doing a Gotham like police department series,
Uh-huh.
which is kind of like the Gotham
It's like
TV
The
show.
Office. It's like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what Gotham was. Like
Yeah.
it was just
Okay.
the police district doing like solving crimes,
That'd be fun.
which I liked Gotham.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We got a 55-minute episode out of
we did.
one person watching a movie, so
I did
That's
have
not
a
bad.
lot to say about
Yeah.
this. You can
next
follow
week
us.
is going to be interesting.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
just be I think it'll be fine.
I think it'll be fine because you can give all
Maybe
your
spoilers
thoughts and
and-
then go into spoilers.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to talk about with this movie
It
that
is
I
3
have
hours
not
long.
scratched the surface of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
follow us at
Yes.
That's a Wrap NCR on Instagram.
Mhm.
We are on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, NorseCodeRadio.com.
Yes.
Mainly, yeah, all the big podcasting sites.
Yeah. So join us next week, next Wednesday-ish. Whenever we figure out where we're going to record the episode for the Batman. Go out and see it for yourself if you can.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a movie to look forward to.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, go check this movie out.
All right. But until next time.
That's a wrap.